On a cold, lonely night in the heart of Los Angeles, Keanu Reeves stumbled upon a faint, desperate whimper in a dimly lit alley. Little did he know that this chance encounter with a stray, pregnant dog would spark a journey of compassion, change countless lives, and remind the world of the power of kindness. On a crisp, quiet evening in Los Angeles, Keanu Reeves' beloved actor and a man admired for his humility took a detour that would change his life. After a long day of filming, Keanu sought solace in a solitary walk through the city streets, his thoughts adrift, but his usual tranquility was interrupted by a faint, desperate whimper emanating from a shadowy alley. Curiosity and concern drew him closer. There, amidst discarded boxes and rusted cans, lay a pregnant dogger, small, frail body curled protectively around her swollen belly. She looked up at him with wide, pleading eyes, her whimper soft yet filled with urgency. Without a second thought, Keanu knelt down, knowing he couldn't simply walk away. What began as an ordinary night evolved into an extraordinary story of compassion, resilience, and hope. As you read on, explore how one selfless act turned into a journey of love, healing, and second chance, not just for a stray dog, but for everyone whose lives were touched along the way. Subscribe to this tale of kindness, and join us as we uncover how Keanu's simple decision to help a helpless creature sparked an unforgettable bond and inspired a movement of compassion. The kindness of strangers. Keanu Reeves and the pregnant dog. It was a chilly evening in downtown Los Angeles, the kind of night when the city buzzes with life yet somehow feels quiet beneath the glowing streetlights. Keanu Reeves, the famously humble actor, had just wrapped up a long day of filming. As he walked down a quieter part of the street, enjoying the rare solitude, he heard a faint whimpering sound coming from an alley. Curiosity piqued, Keanu stopped in his tracks, tilted his head, and listened carefully. The sound came again, soft, plaintive, and full of distress. Without hesitation, he turned toward the alley. The alley was dimly lit, littered with discarded cardboard boxes, rusting cans, and a forgotten shopping cart. As Keanu stepped cautiously forward, he spotted a small, shivering figure huddled next to a pile of old newspapers. It was a doga tan and white mutt with big, soulful eyes and a swollen belly. She looked up at him with a mixture of fear and hope. Keanu crouched down, his movements slow and deliberate, not wanting to scare her. "Hey there, girl," he said in his soothing baritone voice. "What are you doing out here all alone?" The dog whimpered again, her tail wagging weakly. Keanu noticed her rounded belly and immediately understood she was pregnant. "You're going to be a mom soon, huh?" he said gently, reaching out his hand for her to sniff. She hesitated for a moment, then leaned forward, her nose twitching as she caught his scent. Keanu's heart ached for her. It was clear she was a stray, and the thought of her giving birth in such harsh conditions was unbearable. He couldn't just leave her there. "Okay, girl," he murmured, "let's get you some help." A safe place. Keanu carefully took off his scarf and used it as a makeshift leash, looping it gently around the dog's neck. She didn't resist, seeming to sense that he meant her no harm. As they walked together, Keanu kept talking to her, his voice calm and reassuring. Luckily, Keanu's home wasn't far. He lived in a modest house tucked away from the bustling city, a place where he could escape the chaos of Hollywood. When they arrived, he led her to his backyard, where he had a spacious shed that he used as a workshop. It was warm, dry, and perfect for the dog to rest. He grabbed some old blankets and made a cozy bed for her. "There you go," he said, watching as she circled the blankets a few times before lying down with a contented sigh. Realizing she must be hungry, Keanu rummaged through his kitchen and found some leftover chicken. He shredded it into small pieces and brought it to her along with a bowl of water. She ate gratefully, her tail wagging a bit more enthusiastically. Now, as he watched her eat, Keanu thought about what to do next. He knew he needed to get her checked out by a vet to ensure she and her puppies were healthy. The vet visit. The next morning, Keanu called his assistant to find a nearby animal clinic. Within an hour, they were on their way. Keanu had borrowed a large pet carrier from a neighbor and gently placed the dog inside. At the clinic, the staff immediately recognized him, but he waved off their excitement, focusing entirely on the dog. "She's the star today," he said with a smile. The vet, Dr. Harper, examined the dog and confirmed she was indeed pregnant to any day now. "She's in good health, but she'll need a safe, quiet place to deliver her puppies," Dr. Harper said. Keanu nodded. "She can stay with me as long as she needs," he replied without hesitation. Before they left, Dr. Harper gave the dog some vitamins and prescribed a special diet to ensure her and the puppy's health. New life. Over the next few days, Keanu devoted himself to caring for the dog, whom he'd started calling Bella. He made sure she had everything she needed: nutritious food, a warm bed, and plenty of attention. One night, just as Keanu was settling in to read a book, he heard Bella whimpering softly from the shed. He rushed out to find her pacing restlessly, her breathing quick and shallow. It was time. Keanu immediately called Dr. Harper, who guided him through the process over the phone. He stayed by Bella's side the entire time, speaking to her in calming tones and gently stroking her head. After several tense hours, Bella gave birth to 5 tiny, wriggling puppies. Keanu watched in awe as she cleaned each one, her maternal instincts kicking in. "You did it, Bella," he whispered, a wide smile on his face. "They're beautiful." The media finds out. Keanu had hoped to keep Bella's story private, but when a neighbor spotted him walking her and the puppies a few weeks later, word quickly spread. Soon, reporters were camped outside his home, eager for a glimpse of the Hollywood star and his canine family. At first, Keanu was annoyed by the intrusion, but then he realized he could use the attention to help other animals in need. He agreed to do a brief interview, during which he spoke passionately about Bella's story and the importance of adopting stray animals. "There are so many Bellas out there," he said, "they just need someone to give them a chance." The story went viral, and animal shelters across the country reported a surge in adoptions as people were inspired by Keanu's kindness. Finding forever homes. As the weeks turned into months, the puppies grew into playful, rambunctious little dogs. Keanu loved having them around, but he knew he couldn't keep them all. With the help of a local rescue organization, he began the process of finding them forever homes. He was meticulous in choosing the right families, ensuring each puppy would be loved and cared for. Bella, however, was another story. By the time her puppies were adopted, she and Keanu had formed an unbreakable bond. She had become his constant companion, accompanying him on walks, road trips, and even to film sets. "You're staying with me," he told her one evening as they sat on the porch, watching the sunset. Bella wagged her tail, as if she understood. A legacy of kindness. In the years that followed, Keanu continued to support animal welfare causes, often using his platform to advocate for adoption and responsible pet ownership. Bella became something of a celebrity herself, appearing with him in interviews and even making a cameo in one of his movies. But for Keanu, the greatest reward wasn't the attention or praise, it was the quiet moments at home. Watching Bella nap by the fireplace or playfully chase a ball in the backyard, he often thought back to that cold night in the alley and marveled at how a chance encounter had changed both their lives for the better. "Funny how things work out, huh, Bella?" he'd say, scratching her behind the ears. She'd look up at him with those same soulful eyes, as if to say, "Thank you for saving me," and in his heart, Keanu knew she had saved him, too.